you sign that name on your contract, erase your name from the streets. Because what happens is people get these contracts and then I'm going to keep it real with my people. But keeping it real with your people is working against yourself because you can say, all right, as kids, we've been 4 p.m. Nigga, we sold cool cups. We sold bottles of water. We did, we rode mini bikes together. We 4 p.m. and now we got a multi-million-dollar deal. Damn, we own, right? That's what he's thinking. But then now you got that portion of the crew that's still doing a bunch of miscellaneous shit, right? You really think you're better in your team, but there's no way when it comes to the streets, the whole team is going to be selling in the same direction. If all ships ain't selling in the same direction, bro, it's going to be fucked up. So now here it is, Lil Baby, being the humble dude he is. He helps families out. This nigga give people jobs, all kind of shit. We can respectfully say you don't see him caught up in a bunch of back and forth dish shit, crazy shit. He avoids that shit. Let's keep it real. Anytime you hear something happening,
Well, I'll say now. I think early on people were hearing certain stuff with it, but
they wasn't
it's been a
here.
while. It's been a while.
Bro, listen, bro, we ain't heard Lil Baby caught up in shit. But again, if it's 15 of y'all in the studio traveling, doing music, shooting videos, you done brought cameras, but you got a whole neighborhood over there screaming the same shit. Whatever they do on the block, they saying you empowering it. So when you sign your name on the contract, you gotta erase yours from the street, bro. You have to.
When I think about the whole thing with like Baby, like I feel like Baby he been on like a Dirk mission recently. Like you know what I mean, he been doing Architect Digest. Like he been trying to give us every single reason to appear or kind of look like he don't look like he's close to any of
Because
that
that was
nonsense.
never his intentions. Now, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How many people from my neighborhood you think got a 100 ENT medallion?
I don't know how many.
None.
Okay.
You know the only people get those?
Who?
The artists.
Okay. So that's very separate from your neighborhood.
Totally separate, bro. Because all it takes is a group, and not to say my people gonna do some shit. When they go do some shit, and now they incorporate that in you know what I'm saying? So now this nigga over here that did some crazy shit. I don't know. They gonna say I'm empowering it.
Yeah. So let me ask you a theoretical question. Like, say, like Blueface, right? Blueface is from what they say schoolyard, right? If
Huh?
Blueface, when you had signed him, said, "Yo, I want to create this label called Schoolyard,"
I wouldn't let him do it.
you would let him do it.
Nope. You know what Blueface's homeboys wear around their neck?
What?
Blueface. That's it.
Oh.
I would like nah, nephew. They wear Blueface, his stage name. That's what they wear around their neck.
So you're cognizant of that, and like I always thought about, and maybe I thought like L.A. was impervious to like even RICO cases, cause like I'm thinking back Game in his heyday, man. Game was banging blood heavy, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, like
Yeah, but it wasn't called Cedar Block. It was called Black Wall Street.
ooh, okay.
It was called Black Wall Street. It was called Blood Money. It was called. He had 2, 3 different ones. And when you look, let me tell you what's unique about Game setup. You ready for this? Game security to start off is all Crips. So what did you just debunk off the top?
His rivals are Crips.
His security is Crips. You're not gonna say this is some type of criminal empire.
Mm.
His security is Crips. You get what I'm saying? Right? Outside of that, everybody else in Game's crew is pretty much normal people. You get what I'm saying? So, nah, you can't do it. And all the artists, I know y'all want to keep it real, but keeping it real is going to go wrong, bro. I'm telling you it's going to go wrong.
Yeah, I don't know if this is like a winning strategy though for Fulton County. I mean, pretty much they indicted YFN, YSL, and they really got no substantial convictions. Everybody got out on plea deals and just they gave everybody probation basically. For them to not learn anything and come back again and now want to possibly indict 4PF sounds like some kind of like you still ain't learned.
First I heard from, all I know is this. I went on tour with Lil Baby 2019. Lil Baby, 42 Doug, Blueface, Marlo, and Young Miami. Right? Young Miami. And Lil Baby, his whole team was humble. I never seen no bullshit. Like, nothing. Like, my whole interaction with him has always been like nephew about his business. But again, if you're trying to like better your neighborhood, better where you come from, there's always some niggas that's gonna do some dumb shit. You get what I'm saying? They gonna do some dumb shit, bro. And then they gonna start calling it that. So I hope what you saying ain't happening.
Yeah. This is all being sourced from his name is George Cheedy. Like he did substantial amount of interviews about the YSL case, and also he also predicted that basically some of the Dirk stuff, like the feds was looking at Dirk because the state had Dirk in a case, and they basically just all of a sudden said, you know what, we're not gonna go prosecute this, and he felt like the feds was already taking interest in Dirk. And I mean, he was right.
I said the same shit. When they dropped that gun case on Dirk and him and Bond had together.
Yeah, that's specifically what they were talking about.
I said it. I said they just not go, just because your Cody get killed. Okay, this dude with Sauce Walker and his artist, right? They just killed one of them niggas in Houston today, right?
By the way, that's crazy, ain't it?
No, that's just how it go, right?
No. If you remember, they kept saying the Sauce Walker thing was some Memphis situation that got to do with Say So P.
We ain't doing none of that. Listen, bro, Houston a big old place. See,
no. You don't get what I mean. You don't get what I mean.
You motherfuckers do that punk shit because what you finna try to do is insinuate something, bro. It ain't Saul's fault that this nigga went down to Houston, my nigga. Like,
no.
Houston a big place.
I'm not blaming Sauce at all. What I'm saying is that it's ironic that people said that murder of Say So P was some Memphis shit, and then all of a sudden this guy who his face gets shown in the media that he was in the car and he pretty much killed Say So P, he goes to the hometown of the other nigga who was also in it, which is Houston. Like, I'm thinking it's Memphis niggas. I'm like, why the fuck would you go to Houston if the other guy that got shot from Houston?
Because it's the perfect place to hide out. Hide Houston? Where they don't expect you to be.
Houston is
niggas down. From Memphis moved to Houston too. Memphis moved to Houston and Dallas.
Wait, repeat that. I don't know who said that. You said a lot of people from Memphis are going to Houston and Dallas, is that?
Yeah, a lot of people from Memphis and Chicago moved to Houston and Dallas, bro. It's a lot of Chicago niggas in Memphis.
Yeah, so he probably
in Dallas and Houston.
End of the day,
so he thought he was running. He was on the run down there, type shit.
He was on the run. They showed his face. They showed his whole face, right? So, at the end of the day, shit gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But, shout out to Sauce. And, I don't know what happened on the other end. They say some money was taken or whatever. It is what it is. I'm just telling these artists, you come in the game, bro, you from motherfucking Mountain, Tennessee. Nigga, don't come out with the Mountain, Tennessee Entertainment. Nah, nigga. All that shit up. Name that shit after your grandmama, nigga.
Hey, by the way, and again, I think you're right. A lot of this probably is like really maybe removed from Baby, but he's the sexy, attractive name, and it's like George Cheedy.
He the one made 4PF worldwide, and we know it as a record company.
Yeah. So
you know what I'm saying?
I clicked on this journalist page and he says, I guess there's other bullshit happening. These guys probably don't even know, baby. It says it appears that a murder victim is Keontae Davis. He was a defendant in another murder case involving 4PF gang members, right? Then they go
Yeah, he was
down.
the
They said
rat.
the Department of Justice indicted 8 members of Goodfella gang a couple weeks ago and have received an order to seal some documents in a case because Goodfellas are expected to be murder snitches. What the hell? Similar, the death of Davis may be a reprisal for cooperating in the plea deal of the Wilson murder. Then this part you guys don't understand. It says the pace of murder and retaliation is accelerating, which is why, and this is the journalist saying it, which is why I would be unsurprised if Fonnie Willis pulls the trigger on a RICO for the Goodfellas defendants and 4PF sooner than later. What isn't clear is whether Lil Baby himself will be wrapped up in it, never mind other marquee rappers. What the hell? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's definitely a bad deal to kind of claim anything that street niggas are doing some totally separate shit. Like you fucked the nigga's baby moms. He go kill a nigga. Now they gonna say he did it for the gang. You know what I mean? Kind of spooky, man.
Well, these niggas is goofy. Now they talking about loose cannons are not in the Fed.
Yeah, you seen that?
The internet is goofy as fuck. Let me tell you something, bro. Whenever you on a collect call, that motherfucker say Global Tel Link, that nigga's in custody.
Yeah, he's definitely in custody, of course. What they think that he's telling? If Loose Cannon can't tell nothing that he ain't say publicly already, man. They would bring him into the interrogation room and be like, "Do you know anything more?" He'd be like, "No, I already told everybody on No Jumper." Yo, I see you call No Jumper and told him to stop talking to Loose while he's locked up. I really appreciate that, Wack, because I've been saying recently, like, if you're involved in this
Yeah, but guess
indictment,
what?
it's not
Guess
content.
what? He done called in 38 other places, bro. Y'all gotta stop blaming me, my nigga.
No. Nobody's blaming you. I said that was a dope move by you to actually say, yo, y'all got to stop talking to him because everything isn't content. For these guys, they shouldn't be talking. I don't care if you had a media personality or like an influencer, type of thing when you were free. But right now, what I mean, again, you asked me about some shit like shit. I want to say a lot, but why pay a lawyer? Like, why pay a lawyer if you're just gonna go on there and emotionally just say shit that sometimes fucking you jammed up? It just might just be volunteering too much shit.
I mean, at the end of the day, he gonna do what he wanna do. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. Loose ain't nobody's little homie. You get what I'm saying?
What is that? Isn't he like big you little homie?
He ain't nobody's little homie, bro. You got some dudes to where, um, some niggas will give you that respect that you older than them, a couple of another generation of them, but you not finna run them. You ain't finna tell them what to do. It ain't gonna happen. Straight up. It's not gonna happen. He ain't nobody little homie, so he gonna run his own program. All I can do is suggest something. That's why I'm like, bro, who the fuck y'all think? You niggas ain't finna assign me a job, nigga, that I didn't sign up for. You responsible for 6ix9ine?
I am definitely not.
Can you control him?
I wish I could. I can't.
No, but okay. So if you know that about him, what makes you think a nigga could control Loose Cannon?
No, you know what it is? I think people be looking for you to just look out for him. Like, if he says some shit, you be like, nah, bro, we're not about to talk about that. Like, I think sometimes when they feel like you're sitting next to him, and they feel, they're giving you credit by saying you're smart enough to know that he's saying some shit he shouldn't say. And when they feel like you know that, but you're not telling him, you're not changing the subject, or you're walking.
Akademiks, let me ask you a question. This is where I think all y'all are slow in the brain.
Mm-hmm.
If he already said it, what the fuck you want me to do about it? I don't know what a nigga gonna say. If I ask you, so if Adam asks him, what's your relationship with Big U, or why did y'all fall out? You think I know what he about to say?
No.
He said it. So you want me to do what? What do you want me to do?
I don't know. I think people kind of look at it like certain things you wouldn't even talk about or tap into when you know your man. It's like you know that one homeboy that every time you're around either women or you're around certain people, he can't keep his mouth shut. So you either don't bring that person around, or when you bring that person around, you keep the conversation very short, and you make sure you control the flow of the conversation, that this person isn't giving up
Hey, bro,
information.
y'all asking too much of me, bro.
That might be that too.
You asking way too much of Wack, bro.
That might be that.
Look, let me tell you something about this 100 side over here, bro. And pay attention. You see this floor? I don't have to be here for it to run. I don't have to be here for content to get dropped, for scheduling to happen, for the floor to be protected. You know why? Everybody know what to do. You get what I'm saying, Act?
Yeah.
Everybody know what to do, and that's what I'm used to. If it's a pup, when I go back to track and field or pop Warner football, or even my little crew on the block, when we were some little dusty ass niggas with the clubhouse I built in the backyard. You get what I'm saying? Everybody knew what to do. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? So, hey, look, bro, you got the orange tree at home, so make sure you pick some oranges. And you got the apples and grapes, so y'all bring them to the clubhouse, put them on the shelf. You make sure you sweep the carpet. I'm gonna make sure, nigga. I'm gonna go make sure we got the peanut butter and jelly. I got the extra bread. Don't worry about that. Like, everybody knew what to do. We had one nigga. He was an expert at fixing bikes. So when we get to the backyard, it was his job to go through our bikes, make sure it wasn't. Everybody know what to do. We had 3 out of the 8 of us that were straight fighters. Niggas could fight. Anytime somebody wanted to come fight, then was the 3 niggas fight. You get what I'm saying? I'm used to everybody knowing what to do. On the football field, the line know how to block. The quarterback know what to do. I'm a running back. Everybody knows what to do. When I come sit down with you, bro, at your studio, keep it real, Act. You don't have to babysit me. Turn the camera on, nigga. We up.
Well, I keep saying you're a one of one when it comes to street dudes, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never heard you say, "Yo, Act, let me tell you about this one crime I did." I've never heard it.
Bro, I don't.
Hold on. The problem with a lot of podcasters, like, even like say Brick Baby, I think Brick Baby naturally isn't an entertaining person, and where he first found his like niche was, I'm gonna tell you something that's going on in the streets that is going to be interesting to y'all, that y'all want to watch me. When a lot of podcasters, that's the only thing that gets them like Wack, you could sit here and roast somebody and people will laugh. You could sit here, like, you could talk about anything. You could talk about R&B for 2 hours and keep an audience, right? A lot of these dudes, they can't do anything to entertain an audience, but really give a real insight into what's going on in the street and their former crimes or former lives. And that kind of gets them jammed up. I see it all the time in podcasting. That's why you see a lot of street dudes go in there and then they try to basically just sell their stories. I mean, that happened in Chicago too a bit, but a lot of the Chicago dudes that didn't get jammed up is talking about stuff from like when drill just started, like 2012. They're like, oh, this is what it was like then. You know what I mean? A lot of those people are dead or they're incarcerated. This new wave is like, these niggas is talking about shit that happened last week. Like, they're talking about like things that have no statute of limitations. I don't know. But I've never seen you do that.
I may talk about a nigga that got kicked in the ass or some shit like that, but you're not finna hear me talk about, no crazy shit. That ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
No,
I done seen a lot of shit. I done seen some shit that it ain't even worth talking about because you niggas won't believe it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I done seen some shit. It's people in my life that are part of history that you hear songs about, that they're really here. You get what I'm saying? Like, really here. You got to remember, like, our first generation of this shit is in the 70s. You follow what I'm saying? Like, I could really, like, let you talk to some motherfuckers and really tell you where this shit come from. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, those people that I mean, these niggas will shoot a nigga at 2 o'clock. Nigga, they dropping a song 3:30. I done been with you, Act, niggas sending you shit. Yo, we just spun the block on them niggas. Remember them niggas last week? Put this up. You like, yo, bro, do you understand that it shows everything? I don't give a fuck, and I watched you not put it up. That's why I be defending you when niggas be like, Act be this, Act be that, bro. Act, the same shit. Now, I'm glad I'm thinking. You know, you came here and said, Wack, they be saying you always got all the shit.
Yeah.
Act. They said the same shit about you. Am I right or wrong?
Oh no, of course. But
how did you get it, Act?
Oh no.
I seen it.
Hey, listen, bro, we just know how to read and write and use our brains, man.
No. How do you get a lot of shit?
No. And then,
they just sent it to you.
No. Some of it is like they'll tell me themselves. No, half of the Chicago stuff, niggas was just telling me themselves. But like if like when people talk about paperwork, like people think getting paperwork is the police. No, it's just learning how to being able to read and write. But a lot of times the street stuff, like niggas really, they don't like doing something without people knowing they did it. So like I remember there was one time a shooting, and it was a shooting at Rolling Loud. Okay, this was back. I think Young Boy. It was.
I remember that. You talking Miami, right?
Yeah. And what happened was
you talking the Ritz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other rapper, I won't ever mention the name. He DM'd me and he said that was us, and I was flabbergasted because I'm like, I don't know. Wait, should I put this in the story, or you're just trying to let me know that you like that? And I mean, obviously, I didn't put it in the story, but I always wondered, why tell me that? Because to this day, it's never been reported. That person, I don't know if it's connected. I don't know if people have connected to it later, but no one has reported it. But that person volunteered information and said, yeah, we did that shit.
Listen, it's a whole lot of shit that come to me that I ignore. You know, even about what's been going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, the producer, I talked to him in the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? And I said it's a lot of questions about what's being said in his paperwork. You get what I'm saying? And he went over everything with me. Everything.
Hey, oh, by the way, this is about to get messy. So there's someone who claims they're a court reporter. I'm not too sure who they are, so I don't want to disrespect them. But their name is Infamous Sylvia on Twitter. They said they're a lifestyle YouTuber and a court vlogger. Okay, apparently they did a good job covering the YSL trial. They said that someone is on a stand for a current case against these Goodfella guys, and they're saying we're listening. I guess they're in court. They said investigator Viverito is on the stand. It says we're listening to wiretap calls, and someone mentioned that Lil Baby had tickets on people's heads. Now these wiretaps is gonna get people jammed up, man. Because again, this probably
but just because let me be real.
It probably got nothing to do with it, right?
Just because a nigga saying something, bro. You know how many niggas call me and said something? I'm like, bro, where you get that from? Well, I'm just saying. You got to remember, some of these niggas got 5th grade educations. What? Them niggas will say anything on the phone. Unless you got Lil Baby on that phone with that shit, or them same people is contacting Lil Baby, or they saying Lil Baby gave me the money that we did this, bro. It ain't like niggas say all kind of shit.
Wait. Let me ask you this question. Has somebody ever called your phone and just by the nature of what they're saying, you either hang up or you be like, bro, stop talking on my phone like this?
That's a fact.
Because like, it still boggles my mind that like wiretaps are so effective, where I would think in how advanced technology is, like rule number 1 got to be don't do the crime with your cell phone in your pocket. Rule number 2 got to be don't do the crime with your car. And rule number 3 got to be get off the fucking phone. Like, these are very simple rules where we're in a complex time where they're solving crimes like that because they could triangulate your GPS. They could do all type of stuff to figure it out. Who the hell is still really talking about crime on the phone? Or do you think some of these guys don't know what they're talking about are crimes?
I think a lot of these niggas just be talking. I done had niggas call me and say all kind of crazy ass shit. Here you go, Act. There go the cooperant that came from Ghost. He just put that out. But I didn't have niggas call my phone and say crazy shit. Bro, I didn't have niggas call me, I swear to God, Hey, Wack, what's up? What's up? You straight? Yeah, I'm good. What you mean? Man, niggas just say they chase you down. What you mean chase me down? Yeah, they say they caught you in the hood at the light. Whoop, 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 whoop. Bro, I'm sitting way in Europe somewhere, bro. Literally. So how many motherfuckers you think he already got on the phone and called and told that shit? I'm like, bro, I'm in Europe. He called on the nigga on the other line. Hold on. Click up. Hey, homie, what up? Nigga, I got Wack on the phone. He way in Europe. You know what the nigga said?
Yeah.
I didn't tell you that to go say nothing to him. Bro, it'd be a lot of bullshit said on them lines, bro.
Hey, Wack. Listen, I haven't gotten full confirmation on this, but damn, breaking news. What the fuck? They're reporting. They're saying that Memphis Police Department has identified the second suspect in the killing of Say So P. They're basically saying he was found dead too. So both suspects are dead. What the fuck?
Yo, you know what that mean, right?
Tell me.
That mean them niggas was just a gunman. Whoever paid them got rid of them.
You think so?
That's a fact.
No way.
Okay. How they listen?
I think niggas start spinning. I think whoever Say So
What them
P's
niggas
people.
do? Hey, listen. How did what you call it just to get arrested?
Who?
Yellow Beezy.
The gunman is telling on him. I ain't gonna lie. Your shooter is gonna tell.
There you go.
The 2025 shooter is going to tell. And damn, Yellow Beezy was supposedly gonna pay that nigga 40 bands. I'm like, how much you gotta pay a nigga not to tell? I guess ain't no price on freedom, but still.
Hey, listen. For the one to come up knocked down and the other one to come up knocked down, a nigga cleaning his backyard. That's a fact. That's a fact. Bro, come on. Hey. How many mafia movies have we not seen this in, bro? Look, Godfather Part 2. Celebration in the house, Reno, Nevada.
Yeah.
Right? Mikey's in the house, in the room. They shoot the room up. He grab his wife and kids on the floor. Right? Gunmen on the move. They let the dogs, everything go. What Mikey say? If my hunter's right, when you find the gunman, they gonna be dead. When they found him, was they dead?
Yeah.
Because they know if they find him alive, they gonna torture him in hell. So if you telling me both gunmen, right?
Well, I haven't gotten full confirmation that the second.
The other one is dead.
Jaden Dandridge, the one that hopped out of the car without a mask and walked right into the stove, he dead. Like
he dead.
They got him out of here quick. It's like they knew this nigga was gonna get found. Either that or people seen his picture on his news and niggas start spinning. Never know. But
now, the only nigga left right now is the driver. And let me tell you what's so scared about being a driver, right? Hopefully, the driver was contracted by the two gunmen. Because if the driver was contracted by the two gunmen, then the nigga that contracted them don't know who he is. You get what I'm saying? If not, that nigga on the run, he ain't running from the police. He running from the bookie man. Now, this is what we gonna do though, bro. Because enough with us. We saw you clam up, lock up on this Kanye interview, Act.
No, I didn't.
I'm gonna turn over to the floor.
Stop lying. I definitely did not.
This is Frack. Who finna run lead on the question on the Q&A in here? Where we got AB in here, Tink, and who in here?
Hey, why you figure that out? What was your thoughts on? I think most of my thoughts are caught in the video. What were your thoughts on him wearing that outfit, him wearing the chain, him wearing...
My thoughts.
Yes.
Okay. I feel... Now, you know I know Ye a little bit. I didn't travel with him, kicked it with him. You know what I'm saying? So I get him. My thoughts is I believe Ye, for one, is using who he is in this platform, right, to shed light on, hey, you make money off our pain music, our misery, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn what you guys represent, and I'm going to make money off your pain and your misery. The slick part about what he's doing is the Jewish community can say, hey, I find that offensive, but then he's going to say, hey, me as a black man, more of my people died than yours. This is his play.
Okay. Again,
Right.
before they hit me with questions, do you? So some people, and I thought to myself, if Kanye shows up in a black KKK outfit, should I do the interview, or is that me as a black man just bow that's just anti-black to do that?
No, yeah. Why did you do it? You told me I should have interviewed Loose. Why did you do it? You see what I'm saying?
Uh,
It's content, bro. You can't. I'm not. I think you should have did the interview, right? But I'm saying is, you understand, bro.
yeah, but,
What a
one's
person.
not gonna put someone in jail though. Like that interview put that.
Hey, bro. Hey, let me tell you something, bro. I'm gonna be real. Like, listen, bro. Um, on some real shit, to the Jewish community as well as to the black community and other communities that have been affected by what that symbol or that uniform represented, right? It was highly offensive, right? The majority of people are gonna feel some kind of way, and that's their right. Now I understand the political stance that he's taking because I understand him as a man, right? I get him. We build together. We talk together, right? So I know what he's trying to do. It's an uphill struggle,
Would
right?
you have told him, "Yo, Kanye, go change, nigga"?
No, I wouldn't have told him that because I understand. And I told you this. Ain't no preparing for this interview. When you walk in there, you're gonna be in his world, and it's gonna be whatever he wanted to be. You don't know what it's gonna be. You end up moving furniture, nigga, and standing up. I saw you try to sit down and get comfortable. Shit didn't work, did it? Get that ass up. Move this, move that. Stand your ass right here, and this what it is.
Hey,
That's yay.
hey, let me tell you this. So getting on that plane, I had certain thoughts about the interview, and I did say to myself, rip up the game plan. You ever hear like, yo, everybody got a plan till they get punched in the face? Like, you got to rip up the game
Ain't
plan.
no game plan with him.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, honestly, because I didn't have that much of a big camera crew. Like, we had like two DSLR cameras, and I had like a vlogging joint. And when they had told me, because his team said he wanted this whole like extensive look for what the interview was gonna be, like the silhouette thing where it's like dark, but it's like a spotlight thing, and you can't see nothing. And I was thinking,
That's usually how he does his shit.
yeah, and I was thinking, I'm like, all right, so this is gonna require some production people, some gaffers, all type of things, and it worked in my favor because we got to use what we had, and it came off more authentic. Like as soon as it started unfolding like this, I said, listen, I want to capture every moment. That no matter if this never comes out or it doesn't happen, this is gonna be a record of what's going on.
Can
And
I give you some good news and bad news? Because
what's
I know yay.
what's the good and bad?
Good news is I think you did a great job following his direction and following his lead. Bad news is you fucked up and you probably will never get another interview out of him.
Why do you think that?
Because when he told you to get on that jet, if you would have got on that jet, nigga, you would have came back with a movie. The fact that you did, I know him.
Yo,
The nigga does me the same way. Look, bro, I swear, watch this. Ye tell me, Wack, pull up. I pull up. This is no lie. The nigga, he ran out of gas, bro. The nigga literally ran out of gas on the 405 free off ramp.
yeah.
I pull up, right? Boom. And I'm like, what's up, bro? He like, Wack, I'm out of gas. I'm like, all right, cool, shit. Let's go down here to get a gas can. Nigga, now we 4 deep in a Rolls Royce Wraith. Me, Ye, two his dudes. I get the gas, we put the gas in there. Ye say, y'all drive the thing, follow us. So I'm like, Ye, where we going? He like, Van Nuys Airport. We go to Van Nuys Airport. We pull up, right? We get into the valet. I said, Ye, I want to discuss the business with you. He said, okay, come on, shit, just get on the jet with me. Straight up. Swear to God. I said, what? He said, get on the jet with me. He said, you got something to do? I said, as a matter of fact, I'll do. He said, okay, well, if you want to discuss the business, you can get on the jet. I thought about it. Gus said, get on the jet. I jump on the jet. We shoot the motherfucking Milwaukee, Minnesota, some shit. Right? We land, Diddy son, there was some basketball came, the Justin LeBoy, everybody there, right? So when we get on the jet, Ye started talking to me about what he had going on. I said, yeah, I want to talk some business with you. He said, first, Wack, I have to complete my thought. If I don't complete my thought, there's no way I'm going to hear your thought, right? Long story short, I didn't end up talking to this nigga about what I had to talk about till 4 days later, 4 days later.
What?
This is a fact. I'm telling you, but watch this. I get home. He sends me a group text. It's me and his assistant. Hey, check in with Wack. Let him know where we're going. Wack, you're open, welcome to come wherever I am. I enjoy talking business with you. Let's keep it going. I wake up in the morning, Wack, book me some studio time. Booked him studio time. What he liked was I didn't show up just because I knew where he was at. Right? He hit me, Wack, pull up, I pull up. Next thing you know, he calls me. I'm at the crib on the East Coast. Now you're gonna know this is true, Wack. He say, Wack, remember I was on him about doing the feature for 6ix9ine?
Yeah.
He said, Wack, you still want the feature done? Yeah, he said, I got Vory down here. Come down, we in Austin. Remember, I jumped on the flight, shot to Austin. I called 6ix9ine. He in Miami. I said, meet us in Austin. Right? We get to Austin. We go in there, and we sitting there, Vory, listening to beats. Boom, boom, boom. Picking out beats. All this shit. Nigga Ye tell me, listen, I'm not feeling rapping right now, but I gotta go somewhere in the morning. I said, okay, cool. You know, we'll wait right here for you. His phone rings. It's Elon, right? Him and Elon start talking. I'm in the background talking. Elon recognizes my voice. He said, yo, is that the guy? I said, yeah. He like, listen, I'm gonna send my jet to get you. Bring him along. He said, oh, okay, cool. Wack, you want to go see Elon? I'm like, Elon who must? Yeah, he like, yeah, we gonna send his jet. All right, cool. Shit, Wack,
This
we
sounds
out
like a
5:30.
movie.
He said, we out 5:30 in the morning. The nigga 6ix9ine hits me up at 4 o'clock. I said, what up? He said, hey, motherfucker, don't miss that jet. Motherfucker, you the only chance I got. Right? You nigga, you gotta make this shit happen. I sent 6ix9ine back to Miami on the 6 o'clock. We jump on Elon's jet. Elon jet remotivated me, made me feel like a motherfucking ant. I ain't never been on no shit like this in my life. I'm used to like a 15, 20 second, then we in the air. This nigga jet is off the ground 3, 4 seconds. The hole is bigger, wings is... You can't even feel yourself moving in this motherfucker. I just saw the other day his jet cost $80 million. It just popped up, right? So we get to Brownsville. We go to to the SpaceX. We do the whole meeting and shit. And when I come see you, I'm gonna show y'all this footage I got of that shit on my phone, because I got shit on my phone I ain't supposed to have.
No, you showed me it before.
I showed you some shit. Okay.
Yo, this shit where the nigga starts the rocket.
Yeah, you saw it, right?
Nigga, I seen it.
Yeah, right. So I'm telling Ye, I'm finna shoot back to LA. He like, no, I gotta go do a song tonight with Alicia Keys in New York. You with me? So I fuck it. We jump back on the jet. We go to New York. We get to New York. Kanye's looking for me. I'm like, bro, Alicia Keys be doing closed sessions, bro. Ain't no sense of me coming over there. I'm gonna go check on my crib and I'll be back to the hotel. So next day he called me, said, Wack, book us some flights. We're gonna get out of here this evening. I said, we leave it private? He said, nah, we going back from JFK. Book the flights. Everybody coach, include me.
What?
You don't remember when Ye was flying coach? I swear to God, bro.
Why was he flying coach?
Listen, everybody, I'm finna answer one of your questions everybody be wondering about. So we go in the motherfucker. I don't want to fly coach. So I tell Ye, I said, Ye, they have flights for everybody but one person. He said, so what's the game plan? I said, the game plan is I'm going to catch another flight that gets me there 30 minutes before you, so I'll be waiting on you at the gate. I went and jumped on JetBlue Mint. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to fuck with that coach shit. That's too long, right?
Why the hell you
So
going coach?
he flying coach, right? So when I get back, and we get back, he say, Wack, book some studio time. I said, all right, cool. I said, they got Challenge Studio B open. He said, Wack, put me in A. I said, Game is already in A. He said, okay, cool. Fuck it. I can go in there too. Right? So we get to Challenge Studio B. He goes, gets his massage. The mobile lady comes out, and he goes in Studio A. I've been moving around with this nigga about a couple weeks now. What do you think happened that night in Studio A?
He cut the record?
He cut the game single. So when everybody talking this video and this, one had nothing to do with the other, bro.
Hey, by the way, a couple of people hit me and they said, they told me the same thing. They said, that's your one fuck up. They said, why didn't you go?
You should have got on that jet. If you would have got on that jet, bro, let me explain something to you. You probably would have came back with a couple million in your pocket. Whatever he had going on, he'd have cut you in, gave you some points, and that nigga you would have had a movie. You should have got on that jet, bro.
Damn, you just made it seem like I should have been up in Japan right now.
You should, bro. He was gonna get you a seat on the jet. It probably wasn't nothing about 5 people gonna be on the jet. The nigga jet carry 16. Like, you should have got on the jet. When you make sacrifices for him, he sacrificed for you, bro. You should have got on that jet.
Now you got me thinking. Hey, what did you take away? And listen, I'm down for whatever Q&A you had set up. What did you take away from his answers? I mean, he's not backing down from some of the things he said in relation to Jay-Z, the tweet.
I think he's poking the bear, bro. He's poking the bear.
He's doing it harder than he's ever done before now. I'm gonna be honest.
No, he's poking the bear fucking with Kendrick, bro. He taking shots.
The fuck Kendrick
Man, that
do?
nigga said, bro, he said Drake is way better.
He's correct. Agree. He's correct.
Yeah, you're gonna agree.
No. He's correct.
There's no act. We done already did this 18 times. We don't gotta waste time. We know your point of view. We know my point of view, right?
He's talking about importance to rap music, though.
He also said that the Super Bowl, the halftime show was whack.
I mean, come on now.
And he also insinuated that the only reason why Kendrick got the Grammys was based upon they were against Drake. And he also said, and I'm number one, nigga, not you.
I mean, Kanye West is
and he said Kendrick ain't got no hits. Now, you know that ain't true, bro.
Okay, maybe the last one ain't true, but Kanye West is the greatest hip-hop artist of all time. He's always number one. And Drake's my guy, and I still say Kanye was the greatest hip-hop artist of all time.
Who did?
Kanye said he was jealous.
And Ye did say he was jealous. So I'm going to be real. Right now.
He liking
right
himself.
Right now, Ye, you my nigga. Ye, you know you my nigga. You my nigga, Ye. But right now, bro, right now, if I was Kendrick, I would take off on his ass, and Kendrick got the edge. I think now, I'm going to tell you why.
No one expects Kanye to rap battle.
I'm going to bullshit. I have to.
Kendrick Lamar is only a battle rapper.
He said too much.
Yo, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you.
You know what? If Kanye, listen.
You know what would be more fair?
Wack,
let him do a versus. Kanye would beat him 20-0. Kanye would beat him 20-0 in the verses. He's not gonna rap.
So Lil Baby recently, they're saying that he's responsible for me. Well, he's not responsible, but some shootings happened and some people tragically lost their life while he was shooting a music video or after. And they say he was shooting on the ops block. You know, who knows what really happened, man? Like, I don't really know what fully happened. They're gonna try and push it on the biggest name there, which is Lil Baby. So yeah, but that's what just comes with the position, bro. If someone dies near you and you're in that vicinity or you're doing anything in that vicinity, they're gonna put it on you. That's how it always goes. It's your boy Big Act News. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and keep your head up, Lil Baby. And I'm out.